Hi, it's Jasmine, and welcome to our November market update. This is the time of year where listings and sales tend to slow a little bit as people turn their minds to other things, namely preparation for the holiday season, which, as I look at my calendar, is less than 30 days from now. So here goes. Inventory up on the North Shore a little bit. Sales are down on the North Shore a little bit, kind of a lot more in West Van than North Vancouver. Very, very slow sales in West Van. Days on market down in both municipalities. In North Van, it's still 7 to 9 days turnover from listing to sold, so it's very, very quick. Prices are up or down a little bit, depending on the category, and we'll get to that in a moment. Market drivers, interest rates, inventory, government policy, inflation, important to talk about. So interest rates on everybody's mind, expected to hold in December. Next Bank of Canada announcement, December the 6th. And they're also expected to drop perhaps in 2024, perhaps as early as late spring, which is earlier than anticipated, say, when we were talking about this in August. Prime rate today, 7.2%. Interestingly, a lot of banks are not offering deep discounts off the variable rate right now. Used to be you could get prime minus 0.5, 0.6, 0.8, and now it's more like prime minus 0.1 or 0.2. The best 5-year fixed rate we could find at this time is 5.79%. So inflation is cooled. Probably if you're an end user and looking for some rate relief, it's really, really good news. And again, some believe this could lead to rate drops earlier than we thought. Inventory. Inventory is normal or a little bit less than normal in North Van. So 5 months residential inventory on the market in North Vancouver, but 19 months in West Vancouver. That's a lot of homes on the market in West Van. That's where the opportunity lies, and especially over the $3 million mark. Still buying it anytime in December, perhaps looking at a stale listing, something that's been on the market since the summer or September, remembering that it's 7 to 9 days on average in North Van. So something that sits on the market, there could be some buying opportunity there. And as far as the federal government housing update goes, excuse me, two biggest changes are insured mortgage holders. When they go to renew and they want to switch lenders, they will not have to requalify under the stress test, which is going to be a huge relief. And secondly, there might be amortization extensions for those at risk or under stress borrowers. Again, to describe our market in West Van, for sure a buyer's market. In North Van, we're looking at balanced territory. What's happening with prices? Well, in the last 30 days in North Van, we've had apartment prices come off just a little bit. Townhome prices go up a fair amount. But again, that's just a 30-day period. And the detached home prices have gone up just a little bit. In West Vancouver, it's not as useful to look at just 30 days, but here you go. It's probably a little more useful to look at 3 to 6 months of what's happening with West Vancouver prices, because the range of price in West Van is so wide and so vast. But there are your numbers for West Vancouver. The interest rate forecast. I was chatting with our mortgage provider last week, in fact, and we were talking about our renewal, and it made me think about other people's renewal. So generally speaking, and the people that I've spoken to, we're talking about what might be the best route to go if you're looking at a renewal in the next 6 to 12 months. Maybe not the 5-year fixed rate, because it looks like between now and like perhaps the next 2 years, we're going to see lower rates. So it might be worth your while to have a look at the 2-year rate or the 3-year rate if you are renewing in the next 6 to 12 months. So for sure, talk to your mortgage professional or to your bank that holds your mortgage. What's next? Well, historically, could be a good time to buy in the month of December. But if you can afford it, they always say, marry the house, date the rate. You can always refinance later. And end of November through December is typically a slower time. And prices, we don't really know, and I don't make predictions, but if rates stay stable or drop and nothing happens with inventory, there's a good chance that prices will stabilize or go up a smidge. In West Van, it will mostly depend on inventory levels, so we're watching that quite closely. In other news, the speculation vacancy tax expands to 13 additional municipalities in the province of BC. Interestingly, our chief economist at BCREA doesn't think it's really going to make a dent. You can read the article here and judge for yourself. Nanaimo, we've been talking about Nanaimo as the next sort of bastion of investment, good investment opportunity for about the last 3 years. And you'll read in this article here, a good place to invest for some years to come in the future. There's a giant development happening in Nanaimo. And the mortgage stress test, which we all hated, has kind of saved our bacon here in Canada. You can read a little bit more there about how it helps buyers and protects them going forward. That's it for now. All the best from us to you, and enjoy your preparation for the upcoming holiday season. We always like to chat with you, so if you have any questions or want to know about what's happening in your particular neighborhood, please give us a call, and all the best. We'll talk to you in December.